What up, everyone? SatsMate is here. Today I'm going to talk about the problem with any type of loan forgiveness, whether that be student loans, medical, housing, even looking at any personal, auto, you name it. I think any type of loan forgiveness isn't good, and I'll tell you why. I don't want to sound like some evil Grinch here, some Scrooge. I'm just trying to call things out as it is. I understand in life that sometimes we need loans to get certain things because the cost of living is so expensive. Maybe the cost of a car is so expensive. A lot of us aren't born wealthy, so how do we get things in life? We need to put it on a loan. Now, this is the thing I really don't like about loan forgiveness, and we're seeing it pushed by Bernie Sanders right now. We're seeing it pushed by the Biden administration, and that is the moral hazard associated with giving this forgiveness. So, for example, medical debt. Now, I'll tell you, I would prefer medical debt to be forgiven over non-medical, like student loans, right? Because medical debt, you could be a cancer patient, and that would suck to have a $200,000 medical bill, and you had to go through chemo, you had to go through all this stuff, and all of a sudden, the hospital gives you the bill. Maybe you make it, maybe you don't, but you're given this huge bill. That would be an absolute shame to have to go pay that. But that's the situation we're in, right? So what happens then? Well, so they could actually forgive not the student loan, the medical loan. But what happens if someone just paid off their $100,000 medical loan? Shouldn't they receive a check too? What about someone that took years and a decade to pay it off? And shouldn't they get the money because it was a medical loan? So what are the nuances to this? The devil's in the details here. And I'm saying, like, if they were to forgive medical loans, then they need to do it the right way. But the problem is there's too many situations. And I'll get into that later, and I just wanted to talk about that. But what I'm really opposed for is the whole student loan forgiveness. Because we were sold a lie, my generation and lower and above, that you need to get a degree to get a job and to make money. Well, we're starting to see now a lot of these degree requirements go away, but what we're also seeing is people that didn't make payments, people that make more money, and people that are the boss at their company. They're having contractors, Joe the contractor, Joe the carpenter, Paul the plumber, you name it. A lot of these people in society today that never went to school, they're paying taxes to cover for someone's master degree or someone's art degree or and they're making, who knows, maybe they're making twice as much. Maybe they're making 150 grand a year and the carpenter's making 80. I mean, you are really, really, really messing with people by doing this. Because remember, you're setting the wrong precedent. You're setting the wrong standard. If let's just say I'm 17 years old, and I'm deciding, do I want to go to school? Do I want to get out alone? I'm already a pretty good, I'm good with my hands. I'm handy. I'm really good at maybe business. I'm really good at my trade. I decide I want to go become a carpenter. Okay. Well, now I see Biden saying, hey, no, you don't need to become a carpenter. Actually go this pathway. You can go to university and get a 4-year degree. And then guess what? That person, instead of becoming a carpenter, gets a 4-year degree. Well, now you're artificially distorting the labor pool because this person would have initially become a carpenter, but now they're getting a business degree or something else where you're just distorting the supply and demand model. So now we're going to have a shortage of carpenters and we're going to have an excess of people with degrees. We're seeing a lot of that now. But the problem, I can talk about this for days, guys, but we cannot distort reality. And by doing this, we're distorting reality. So I think there's a tremendous moral hazard. What if I paid off my $120,000 in student loans last month, and then now all of a sudden they're forgiving this other person, right? I mean, life isn't fair, but come on. There's a lot of life energy with this kind of money, and I could have used that money for a down payment on a house. But now because I did what I was supposed to do, I don't have that money. I mean, it's ridiculous, guys. I am so pissed when I see this stuff, but I just remember to look away, maybe go for a walk, do some yoga, do a run, and just maybe play a video game or something. Get away from it. It's frustrating, but I want to speak up to share with you guys this because it's just ridiculous. So we're going to see with this, if this all medical loan forgiveness, all student loan forgiveness, and let's just say those two get done, right? Let's just say we can forgive those. Well, how does it stop there? Where do we stop at auto loans? Do we stop at houses? Well, if we can forgive auto loans and houses, then what's the price of a house going to be? Like 3 million, 4 million? You're just going to see hyperinflation happen. And so when this happens, you're just seeing this never-ending spiral. So what I want to say is, like, people are really trying to take advantage of the system. People always will take advantage of the system. So while I'm sure many would do good with this, I think just as many would try to manipulate, corrupt it. Maybe I would take out a loan, right? Why not? It's free loans for everyone, free education for everyone. Why not take advantage of it? So I think what's sad too is the lower and the middle class, they're going to get taxed higher and they're going to be making less. So it's just the elite, those who have degrees and those who are elite will be those making more money. Their loans will get forgiven, but the middle class and the poor, they're going to actually have to end up paying for the loans of the elite and the rich because of their debt burden. And, my question is this, like, what if we were to find a solution, what would that be? Here it is. And I've been studying this, guys. I've been studying finance for over a decade. I've been studying this situation for a while. I'll tell you, the solution to this is to have no government intervention at all into healthcare, no government intervention into education, and no government guarantees. Because guess what? Government guarantees prop up prices. Government intervention makes things more inefficient. Someone brought up the example the other day. It might have been Elon Musk. He talked about the DMV. And he said, if you want more government in education, healthcare, wherever, imagine the DMV, just more of the DMV everywhere. That's what it will be like. That's what school will be like. That's what healthcare will be like. It will be substandard. It will be slow. It will be inefficient. And also, it will be something that's very costly and time consuming. So we need no government intervention. We need to have no government guarantees. And we need to invest in our people by creating more free enterprise, more opportunities for education. Maybe, obviously, more grants and scholarships would be good. But the main thing is to offer more avenues and different forms of education. So the current problem is that things are getting propped up by all these guarantees. Well, just like anything in life, if there's no manipulation at the loan level and at the government level, things will return to the fair value price, right? Because now you're going to see, maybe, what if you had to pay your way through college? Well, I guarantee you, if you had to pay your way through college, people wouldn't go, or they would go much less, and they would be forced to lower prices. We need a system that we can get rid of all this red tape and bureaucracy and allow the free market to flourish again. Right now, we're seeing too much manipulation, too much intervention, too many rent seekers that collect high salaries that don't add a lot of value. This needs to go away completely, because at the end of the day, we want to get rid of the red tape. We want to be the leading country in the world who makes a change and makes a difference to society and humanity at large. We need a deflationary money like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what I love about Bitcoin and what makes me love it so much, and it's the fact that it's deflationary. A house that used to cost 400 Bitcoin in 2012 costed 100 Bitcoin in 2016, costed 3 or 4 Bitcoin in 2022, right? We need more of this where when you save something, over time it gets cheaper, not the other way around. We're so conditioned to this paradigm of, oh, I need to spend now because tomorrow it's going to be more expensive. That's messed up, guys. Just because we were taught that in school and we've seen that our entire life doesn't make that the right way. So I really want you guys to think about this, the moral hazards that would be created, the wrong precedents that would be set, and also how we're creating this new class system of those who are connected and those who are elite and those who get into the schools and the institutions, and then those who just want a job and want to provide value to society. And those people that want to provide value to society, they're going to be footing the bill via taxes. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please be sure to comment, share it, like it, stream some sats. You guys mean the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.